I really. Do you guys want to see the video? Jesus, I almost don't even want to watch it, man. I already seen it. We played it on FHO today. It's really, really hard to watch. I'm asking, like, do you guys want to see it? I don't know if I even want to play the video. Oh fuck! As a citizen journalist, I can't assume that everyone's seen the video. So I gotta do the right thing and watch the video again. Fuck, this is gonna hurt because it's like if you didn't see this video, I don't want you to like stumble on the stream and be pissed off because you don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm sorry guys, but we gotta watch the 70 seconds of hell once again. We gotta watch. There's about to be 70 seconds of hell, but we gotta do it. We gotta do it.
The President of the United States has the power for debt forgiveness. He does not. He can postpone, he can delay, but he does not have that power. That has to be an act of Congress. And I don't even
like these people just lie, bro. That's not true.
Implies a transgression. It's not to be forgiven. Just freeing people from those obligations. So the question of who gets forgiven, to use the term of art that is out there, is a debate. Do we use whatever money there is for the broadest base of support of those with more people with even less debt, or fewer people with more debt? That's a policy discussion. But the difference between the president can't do it, so that's not even a discussion. Not everybody realizes that. But the president can only postpone, delay, but not forgive. People.
So there are people with Trump derangement syndrome that say, "Oh, we gotta get rid of Trump because Trump is a liar. Trump is a liar. That's why we gotta support war criminals. We gotta support white collar criminals like Nancy Pelosi and the Democrat Party because Trump is lies like we never seen before." When I gave my speech at the Medicare for All rally, I made a simple point, and then the crowd largely agreed with me. I told them that when you have Joe Biden and you had Nancy Pelosi that says stuff like, we can't have Medicare for all because we can't afford it, because it's not popular. My question to these people is, how is that lie any different than any lie that Donald Trump tells? When you hear Nancy Pelosi go up there and tell people a lie that the president cannot cancel student loan debt, how is that any different from any lie that Trump told? This is why Trump derangement syndrome never made sense to me. Because as someone who hates all politicians who will radicalize against the system, I saw Donald Trump as just one more of the same. More of the same. The idea that Donald Trump is more corrupt than Nancy Pelosi, who made millions in public service, that doesn't make sense to me. And then when I was calling people out for it, I realized I was justified in my position because people will block me instead of explaining this stuff. People are like, "Oh, we got to vote for Joe Biden because we got to fight white supremacy." And I'm like, how the fuck does that make sense when it's the Democrats who are funding the police, which is a force of oppression of white supremacy? Guess what state George Floyd died in? He died under Democratic Party controlled watch. Guess what state implemented stop and frisk? That was a blue city. So how does it make sense for you guys to tell me that we are fighting white supremacy by voting for Jim Crow Joe and the Democrats that uplift and uphold white supremacy? How does that make sense? It doesn't. So they block you instead. Now, the argument that Pelosi is making, how is she different than a Republican? Because she was like, "Oh, we can't cancel our student loan debt because what if we already have a family that helped pay off the loan debts of their kids? Now you're gonna force them to pay for the student loan debt of other people?" There has never been a more powerful right-wing talking point than that. Because you guys know what I don't want to pay for? I don't want to pay for the military. I don't want to pay for the police. But we have to because we live in a fucking society. Now, that's why my position as a libertarian socialist is I don't believe in government programs unless they justify themselves. Medicare for All is a program that justifies itself. Canceling student loan debt justifies itself because study after study after study shows that it will boost the economy because you give spenders more money. Not only do you give spenders more money, these are the people that are the prime spending age. You have people that age 20, about 25 to 45, who are just getting out of college, who get in their profession, starting to make money. So what sense does it make when you take them out of the spending pool by getting them loaded with debt? So when you cancel student loan debt, that's a program that justifies itself. You know what doesn't justify itself? What doesn't justify itself is giant police budgets. How does giant police budget justify itself? You got people spending a ton of money on police, and then you got crime spikes. They don't prevent violent crime. You know what else doesn't justify itself? The giant bloated military spending budget, where we spend more than the next 10 countries combined. And then when the veterans who fight these immoral wars for you, when they come home, they kill themselves because you guys don't allocate enough resources to take care of these people. Sean, I gotta breathe. Gotta breathe. Nancy Pelosi is beyond disgusting. And Nancy Pelosi voters are the biggest, lowest info voters in politics, period. I'm tweeting that. Actually, this is the thing. San Francisco is a district. I think someone mentioned that their median income is like 140,000. So once again, if you're not framing everything in the context of the class war, you are not talking about politics correctly. So Nancy Pelosi voters are class loyal. They send Pelosi to Congress because they know that she will represent their interests. She will fight against Medicare for All. She'll fight against canceling student loan debt. She will fight the homelessness, which they do in California. Nancy Pelosi is a ghoul. And now you have people like Nancy Pelosi coming out against student loan debt cancellation. You have Joe Biden that's refusing to cancel student loan debt. So I want to propose to you guys, how is pushing Biden and the Democratic Party left going for you guys? How is it going? They are dragging the progressives to the right. The progressives did not shift the Overton window. They shifted what it meant to be a socialist to the right. Now you have people who call themselves socialists who support the capitalist, warmongering, white supremacist Democratic Party because of Bernie Sanders, because of AOC. So pushing the Democrats left, the idea that Vosh wanted to argue, was probably the most poorly aged political ideas of all time. Now, this is what friend of the show, amazing commentator, did what Brian Joy Gray had to say. So the Senate gave the Pentagon an $82 billion boost. More, right? And Bree points out it only costs $81 billion to cancel all medical debt. Do not let them convince you that this money is not here. Therefore, expand the military budget, and then they will look at you right in your face and say, oh, no, we can't cancel student loan. We can't cancel medical debt. Yep, just like Sheila said, I see she left a comment here. Instead of pushing Biden left, they're punching to the left. They're calling out people who are not nice enough to their politicians. They are defending their politicians for not forcing a vote on Medicare for all. So we just playing a clip where Nancy Pelosi is complicit with arguing against canceling student loan debt. Now my question is, what the fuck did the squad get for their vote for Nancy Pelosi? What did they get? Did they get the committee assignments they wanted? Nope. They didn't even get the committee assignments they wanted. And hell, in fact, Katie Porter got pulled from the financial committee she was on. Because she, who is, in my opinion, too far to the right, she was too hard on Wall Street. And they pulled her from the healthcare committee. So what do you guys get for all the people who advocated for voting for Nancy Pelosi? Because if you are against forced to vote, that means you are by de facto pro voting for Nancy Pelosi. What do you get? You got someone who is advocating against your policy ideas, strongly advocating against your policy ideas. So not only did we not get an opportunity to have this robust discussion and debate on Medicare for all, which would have happened, now we got to deal with Nancy Pelosi again.